calcium is an important element for cell signaling, for any receptor to act on a particular cell. It is a very important element during the reception of a hormone or any kind of signal. It plays a very important role. So many times, if there is calcium deficiency, there is also hormonal imbalance. Why? Because even though there is hormonal symptoms, even though the hormonal levels are normal, but still the hormone is not acting on the cell, because the calcium is a problem, because it is not being received. Clear, no? I will come to how it is seen in patient later on. Second is, it is again an important conductor or a transmitter of nerve impulses. For nerve impulses to go through our body, calcium plays a very important role. And depending on that, our muscles go into contraction or relaxation. So nerve and muscle coordination is very important in calcium. For nerve and muscle coordination to happen, calcium is an important element. Now if you see, one of the important symptoms of calcarea is, you know what? So, doctor, don't tell me to do something very fast. Calcareas are very slow. Because they cannot tolerate exertion or work, or especially they cannot tolerate multiple works. Okay, if you tell them do this also, this also, this also, there is easy exhaustion and there is lot of incoordination. At that time, what calcareas will tell is, then I don't understand what to do. I just don't do anything. So they are not able to receive and adapt to particular or multiple things. They will do only one thing at a time, slow, steady with the race. That is calcarea. Yeah. So easy exhaustion and slowness. Another important function of calcarea is it is important for blood clotting. So if you read our literature, it says if the remedy of the patient is calcarea, then patient has to have menorrhagia. So the menses are very profuse, protracted, long, but also slow, retarded. Start. समझ रहे हैं ना? The bleeding will be profuse, but the start of the menses, menarche coming, all that will be slow. Okay? Can we go ahead? Then let's see, after we have understood from clinical point of view, let us see now from books, especially by Boger, what he has to say. Very interesting. He says the main region of affection of calcarea is nutrition. Nutrition of the child is affected or the person is affected. So there are symptoms like defective assimilation, malabsorption. Child eats well but does not gain weight, or child eats very less, still child is very fat and flabby, but is very, actually the child looks fat and what you say, healthy, but he is very weak. Child looks healthy but he is very weak because the nutrition is affected. Then he specifies where exactly the nutrition is affected. So for example, it will cause affections in glands, cervical mesentery, bones and skin. So see, last time we learned not just the location but go more exact. So see how exact he goes now. Nutrition. In nutrition, glands, cervical mesentery. So precise he is giving. Which glands? Of the stomach especially. Okay? Cervical and mesentery. And then of bones and skin. Remember this, we'll come back to this. Then blood. We already learned blood, what kind of symptoms are seen. Then you see chest. He is writing specifically chest what? Right lung. More specific I will tell you. In Calcarea, if you find this lobe affected, it is more or less Calcarea. Right lung, middle lobe. Right lung, middle lobe. Exact Calcarea. Okay, tell me left lung. Anybody? Phosphorus. Left lower lobe. No. Left lower lobe. Nitrile sulf. Okay. Right lower lobe. Right lower lobe. Exact. Aisa, can you show me in this, not according to logic, lycopodium is right remedy, right side remedy. So, you have to show me exactly. This is written. Anybody? Remedy is Calcarea Carb. Calcarea Carb and Merck Vivus. Calcarea Carb and Merck Vivus. So if you get exact, ekdam precise location भी मिला ना, very good. I have seen, especially phosphorus. I have seen left lung is phosphorus. I have a case of cancer, left lung cancer, phosphorus is remedy. Generally left lung. Do think of phosphorus. Okay. Now then he writes heart. Then he writes heart. Why heart? Anybody? Muscle. So one of the functions we learned is that it will cause nerve conduction and muscle contraction. And we also remember, no, calcium channel blockers are used for hypertension. Right? So heart, hypertension is also important. More than that, remember spasm. We will come back to this. Calcium causes spasms. Okay? Then lastly, he writes children. Why he writes children? Yeah, because the main affection is nutrition and development. So children are the main thing there. Clear? So let's go. So अभी हमने what we did, we established the various locations. Then we have to we saw all symptoms within those locations which were characteristic. So all those were what? Keynote symptoms. So I will give some more keynote symptoms. Some more keynote symptoms. Sweat. How is sweat of Calcarea? Profuse. Profuse, sour. Good. And there is one symptom of Calcarea sweat. If you get that, Calcarea. Head. No. ऐसा स्वेट मिला तो कैलकेरिया. कोल्ड बहुत है. हेड इज मिसनोमर. ऐसा वो एक्सेप्ट दिया है. सिम्टम क्या याद रहता है हमको कैलकेरिया का स्वेट का? वन पॉपुलर सिम्टम भी रिमेंबर एवरीबॉडी. वेटिंग द पिलो. सो वेयर इज द स्वेट? Simple and nape of the neck. perspiration is on occiput and nape of the neck. It is calcarea. 99% it is calcarea. Very rarely it will be some other value. Profuse perspiration on occiput and nape of neck. Okay, we will learn many symptoms of calcarea, but ऐसे 2-3 ही symptom होंगे कि ये मिला ना बस calcarea. उसमें से एक symptom sweat का अभी बताया. Okay. Second one you very rightly said is sour. Sourness is very important in calcarea. What is sour? Sour is amber, that is taste. But calcarea जनरल लेवल पे सावर है. मतलब हाँ स्मेल भी सावर. मतलब क्या होता है? हाँ मतलब क्या? Discharges are sour. Child smells sour. Eruption sour okay. खट्टा लगता है. But smells sour. Stool is sour. What does this mean? So if you look at the meaning of sour, the other meaning of sour is stale. Okay, stale. ऐसा थोड़ा बासी हो, पुराना, what old. Okay, so that kind of sweat. The sweat is not fresh. ऐसा लगता है ये कितना दिन से नया भी नहीं रहेगा. That is one more symptom of calcarea. That is skin जो रहता है ना, the skin is brownish and it gets dirty very easily. So mother will very often complain कि डॉक्टर मैं नहा लाती हूँ सब उसको स्वच्छ दिन में 2 बार नहलाती हूँ. थोड़ा बाहर जाके आए कि ऐसा लगता है क्या है. सुना है ना एक symptom? That is calcarea. कि थोड़ा बाहर जाके खेला कि immediate मैला हो जाता है. Very easily they get dirty. मैला हो जाता है.